This Lion fan base have been craving home playoff football since this building opened in 2002, and they've got it today at Ford Field in Detroit. Coming up, it's a battle to represent the NFC in this year's Super Bowl, and we've got a classic in store between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Detroit Lions. For the right to head to Los Angeles for Super Bowl 56, it's time for the NFC Championship game. Here we go. From the end zone comes Chris Claybrooks to return. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Now the Iowa State product, it's Kene Nwangu. And a nice run past the 30-yard line there. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
On 2nd down, here's Nwangu. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Murray off play action. And he will find his man Ruggs. And in for the Lions touchdown. Henry Ruggs, 65 yards. And the Lions have struck first in this NFC title game. Extra point by Seibert up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. On the return, here comes Smith out of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. A 1st down run, good for about 3. 2nd and 7 coming up.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
So 3rd and 5, defensively expecting pass. They've got 6 DBs out there. Here's Herbert. That's swung out wide to Sanders. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. A gain of 4, not enough, and it looks like punt time on their opening drive as it's 4th down. Going for it with Sanders. And he's going to have the 1st down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. Thought they might throw the football with a little chunk that they had remaining on 4th down, but they ran it. They got it.
And the reason they were able to get it done, he ran that play with conviction, didn't he? Understood he would get a little bit of help from his friends up front, but it was really on him to go ahead and make the power move and get it done, and that he did.
Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Sanders. Not much there, only a yard.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
On 2nd down now. It's Sanders, and he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down. For the Lions, an extra DB in the game now here on 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Herbert. Over the middle, complete. It's Fitzgerald. Only 2 yards, and it'll be a punt on their opening possession. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you take.
Looking up into the roof, and he muffs it. It's loose.
And that's what friends are for.
As the returner, you know who you're buying dinner for later.
Oh, without a doubt, because he just took care of you and your team in a big way. You know, you turn it over there, that's a big momentum changer, and put your defense in a bad spot.
Murray's throw there into the hands of Ross. And brought down, but not before reaching the 25.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Yeah, this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete, and he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. A big play that time on a catch and run. Had the offense humming on the first drive. Not much has changed here on drive number 2.
No, and I think a lot of times confidence just really kicks in for a team. They may have been confident going into the game, but once you prove it on a drive, it's hard to get out of that mindset, isn't it? And look, let's face it, we can always lock in on the skill position, guys. Those big fellas up front, they're really making this offense go early in the game.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Play fake. Murray. Man open, that's Anthony Schwartz. And he almost made it, but just short. Finally out of bounds, right down around the goal line. A big play there for Detroit. After 7-0 on EA Sports. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. Extra point by Seibert up and good. And it's now 14-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They trail early on the road in the playoffs. Not a great combination as they've got it 1st and 10. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
A good run got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. A run with a fullback. It's Ben Mason. And this won't be enough to pick up the 1st. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative. Well, you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and set them down.
No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. The Eagles send out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And it's a fake here on 4th and inches. Well, the fake punt gets only a yard, but that's enough to pick up the 1st. Now, this worked, so I guess I shouldn't be nitpicking too much, but they only had a couple of inches to go. Why fake punt?
Yeah, I'm with you on that one. If you're going to go ahead and try and pick it up in that short of a distance, I wouldn't even go into fake punt formation. This is like using up a big play for no reason at all. Leave your offense on the field and pick it up. But again,
into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Fulasade and his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
That was nice work there defensively to force the incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. They fake the handoff. Now Murray. He finds the speedster Ross. That's complete. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. A big connection on that one. 33 yards. They'll look to run with Nwangu. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Kene Nwangu taking it in from a yard out. And the Lions continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And that makes the score 21-0. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Play action this time for Justin Herbert. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off at the 47.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
After the turnover, here's Murray. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
On the give is Nwangu. And across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did, to get them into a manageable 3rd down, because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. Henry Ruggs. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Lions are able to add on to their first-half lead. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And it is 28-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious, because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Escaping the pressure right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Earlier in the quarter, when the defense was keying on the run, you said offensively they need to open things up, take some shots downfield. Didn't work there, but they did it.
Yeah, I'm not going to change my tune now. I still think it's the right play, because when you take those shots downfield, you open the eyes of the defense to what you could do to them, and that may open some things up for you offensively.
And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here. And a reminder, folks, as we've done all year, we'll send you to Orlando for our EA Sports halftime report coming up shortly. The coach with us as always as he will start to look ahead to Super Bowl 56 in L.A. Herbert back to the air. On Herbert, his third interception. Picked off at the 39. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And that makes this 35-0 now. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. It's a squibber picked up around the 27. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And fresh off the pick six, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
Comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right? Yeah. Herbert on first down now. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Sanders. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And that'll bring up second down. Justin Herbert looking to pass. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Isaiah Simmons picking it off. And what a return as he brings this one all the way back to the 25-yard line. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
Nwangu going to get it on the counter. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. Murray now to throw. They'll set up the screen for Nwangu. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. A great effort there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Lions will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And that will extend this big lead. So not much time to work with here. 9 seconds remain in the half as this one is away. Short kick. One of the up middle take it now. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play. After the turnover, here's Herbert. Fitzgerald on the slant. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. A final shot before the break for Herbert. Airing this one out for Fitzgerald. And now here's another interception. Picked off at the 21. So we've reached halftime here in the NFC Championship as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, the Hallis Trophy still hangs in the balance as the second half now underway in the NFC Championship game. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they have work to do in this second half if they want to earn that berth to the Super Bowl.
And I'm pretty sure this is where their coaches at halftime were saying don't panic, and then demonstrating it by not making a lot of drastic changes to the game plan. Let's just get back to doing what we've been doing all year long. That should be more than good enough.
Play action. It's Herbert. Rolling, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up third. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And my goodness, another interception. Isaiah Simmons picking it off. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it, but it just tells you about the game of football. It giveth and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6. And he's going to have the hook up to Schwartz. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Handoff here to Nwangu. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Nwangu, and they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. He needed 3, he got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. On now is Seibert for the Lion field goal. This a chip shot, a 20-yarder. Seibert able to knock this one through. And they're sitting pretty now as the lead grows even further. So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice one for them. They force the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me.
And now here is another interception. Picked up by Obi Melifonwu. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. The number 7 usually lucky here. Not for him. 7 picks he's thrown in this game. That's only happened 6 times since 1960.
And I know that the most recent time it happened, the guy who threw him, he won a Heisman Trophy in college, so sometimes you just have a lousy game. Doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad career, but when you're talking about one game, 7, you're right, not lucky at all.
Yeah, Ty Detmer, the last to do it in 2001, to throw 7 picks. And he's going to take this close to the first down marker as he stopped at the Eagles' 35. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up. On play action, it's Murray. Flush to his right. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
Seibert's kick is good. And they're well on their way now as the lead grows even larger. So tack on 3 more, though it's just a rare drive where they did not find the end zone.
Yeah, you're right about that, partner. But at this point, I don't think you're too concerned about that. You just want to possess the football for a while and drain the clock. If you get 3 out of it, that's great, too.
They're going to take this up. Close to the 40, so really good starting field position. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And last time, 1-play interception, so this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback you got a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Hurts. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Isaiah Simmons picking it off. And this is one heck of an individual performance we're witnessing. That is now his 3rd interception. And keep in mind, folks, this isn't a safety or a cornerback. This is a linebacker.
Does this feel to you like he's having a flashback? Because a lot of these linebackers we see in the NFL, in high school, they were offensive stars. They touched the football all the time. It's like he said to himself, let's go back and put on the leather jacket and go get the football. How about this one? 3 interceptions thus far.
Trying to get it to Ruggs, but it's intercepted. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. The 40. Past the 20. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. Well, dare I say it, it's kind of quid pro quo. Both defenses now with an interception return for a touchdown.
Your vocabulary, sir. Well done.
Elliott good with a PAT. 1 quarter remains for the right to go on to the Super Bowl. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Oh, it looked like the Eagles got this back. Yes, Philadelphia football. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And their dream of a Super Bowl berth so close 3 quarters ago, but obviously starting to slip away if it hasn't already. They need points here and in a hurry. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. Hurts. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to look deep for Watkins. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Obi Melifonwu. And the Lions are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in the...
And it looked like he got the feet down, did he? Yes, it's a catch. Touchdown, Detroit. John Ross, 68 yards. And the Lions are closing in on a Super Bowl berth now as they extend their 4th quarter lead. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And the lead will swell by 1 more. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. It's a squib kick picked up near the 25. They're going to take this up close to the 40, so really good starting field position. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And their backs really against the wall now. And we knew how tough it would be for them. You're coming on the road, NFC title game, crazy environment, and certainly just not looking good here in the fourth. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Here's Hurts to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked up by Forlasade and Lillican. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And, gosh, you look up at the scoreboard. They just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. The Lions on third down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. And that's not nearly going to be enough. Stopped at the 22, and he needed plenty more. So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today. From the left hash, this from 39. Seibert able to knock this one through. And that will just add 3 more to a lead that's already out of hand. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points. But this widens it out, as you said. And now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And able to return this one all the way out to the other side of the field across the 50.
Even after that big-time return, it's not looking great for them today. But if nothing else, even if the miracle doesn't happen, they can turn to this play and say, hey, we can move forward. Maybe it's a building block for the rest of the season.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he's got this down to the 35. 51 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Hurts sets up to throw it. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Sanders. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They can go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
2nd and 8 coming up. Play action. Here's Hurts. On the move to his left. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Obi Melifonwu. And the Lions force the turnover. They'll take over at the 10. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
I know we can't hear what's going on in that huddle right now, but I'll guarantee you at least one offensive lineman is saying, my bad, we simply couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage. We've got to do a better job trying to root those guys out of there.
And he'll get this one up to about his 14. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offense. Line has got some smiles on its faces, and I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more 1st down to help salt this one away. And he'll get this up awfully close to a 1st down, but by the looks of it, might be a yard shy. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a 4th down. Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Here's Smith to return it. A nice run back there off the good punt. It's a 16-yard return. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him?
And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Well behind the sticks here with a 2nd and 18. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. It's caught by Sanders. That'll go for a gain of 7, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. He'll buy some time right. And my goodness, another interception. T.J. Green with a pick. And the Lions are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. And what a ride it has been. NFC champs, they have punched their ticket to the biggest show in sports.
And what a way to get there, to go the entire season and then play for the right to go to the Super Bowl and the right to call themselves NFC champs. Elation has to abound.
And that does it for the conference championship. For Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And for our entire crew, we'll see you.